been just astonishing to watch. Not only what they do for the animals that they help rescue, but for the people that they help build a community with. So this is Rick Christina, who's with Forget Me Not, and runs the organization now, and here to tell you about their great organization.
Good morning. First, thank you so much for having us. We are thrilled to be here. And also with me is Dr. Roberta McKee, who goes by Robbie, and she is one of our top volunteers. I'm Robbie, you can say a brief word about your experiences now that you have a full mouth.
I went out there, all of them lived in a farm thing. And decided I didn't do that, even though that's what I've done all my life. And I've been a volunteer ever since, and I love it. I call myself an evangelist.
Robbie is a retired professor of marketing and didn't have anything to do with horses until you found us.
Yeah.
And I think you found us as hopefully to find something to do in retirement. And now we've filled up all of her time and we love it. She's invaluable to us, but Robbie has her first horse show on the 26th and we're really excited. So anyway, the sanctuary's been around for a long time, 25, 30 years. In the beginning, it was really run as a mom and pop shop and really run under the direction of Connie Hendricks Jones, our founder. And she has recently retired in full. She had retired from the management, and I had stepped into that role, but she was still the president of our board. And now she has stepped down and is fully retired. So we're now operating the new board and with a new focus from a business perspective on really sound business practices and sustainability for the future, so that the sanctuary will last. In addition to that, we when I came up from Louisiana, where I had run a nonprofit down south, and I am by licensure and training a clinical psychologist. And down south, I was running a nonprofit that specialized in animal-assisted therapies for children at risk, called Building Champions Through Christ, BCTC. And so when I came here, the plan was to develop what's an entity called Hope Rides On at the sanctuary. From that, it's turned into, I don't know, now at a higher level of involvement with management of the sanctuary. And actually, we're going to be changing the name of Hope Rides On. The UEC, which is the facility that the sanctuary operates out of, our indoor arena, our complex that we do all of our work out of, is called the Unbridled Equestrian Center. So Hope Rides On, our therapeutic arm of our work, will be changing its name to Unbridled Therapeutic Services. It makes a lot more sense. It splits better. It makes more sense if the two are more cohesive. So you'll be seeing that name change as we talk. But anyway, so now the sanctuary is running with a very different mindset. We are very much still adhering and living by the original beautiful mission, which is to help to rescue and rehabilitate and save unwanted equines, horses, donkeys, mules. But we've added to that the component of rehabbing them so that they have purpose in their lives. And so that purpose in their lives then helps rehab people. So now the horses that we bring in and rehabilitate have the component of actually being rehabilitated to help people. We do that in a variety of ways. They can be turned into companion horses or riding horses or show horses, but they also very much can become certified therapeutic horses and work in our therapeutic program, which follows a model which is called EGALA. Or they can be then adopted out as therapeutic horses to other programs that are certified therapy programs. And we've also got a new thing developing, which is getting them specialty trained into search and rescue horses as well. So now it's not just that we're bringing in horses, rehabbing, and then trying to get them adopted somewhere. We now have them being rehabbed very much for specific purposes that have a purpose to help people. We're really proud of that. We feel great about that, and it's working really well, and great things happening. We've brought in the last year, we have for the first time ever in the history of the sanctuary, we have new corporate sponsorships at a pretty high level. This past year, we've brought on, Merck Animal and Health. We've brought on, Boehringer Ingelheim BI Animal Health and Boehringer Ingelheim Animal Health Industries. We have, we're fully sponsored now by Neutrina. We are sponsored, help me out here, Robbie, I'm kind of blanking out, Hirsch. We're sponsored by Anvil, who is the leading farrier service that's producing the leading use. They shoot Budweiser horses, Clydesdales, all that. We're also, there's a company out of Norway that is the leading therapeutic horseshoeing company in the world, and they are also taking our horses and using their new products on our horses, and then they're going to use our horses as the model to promote those new products to the US market. So we're just having all kinds of really cool stuff happen. The other thing that happened this year that we're really excited about is Boehringer Ingelheim came to us. They are BI Animal Health is the leading veterinary pharmaceutical manufacturer for meds for, they're also the leading human one of the leading human med companies too, but it's animal health, it's BI and Merck. So BI just came recently and they have, it was a huge success, and now it's officially going to be twice a year. But just last month, they flew in veterinarians from all over the country. They flew them in here, horse specialists. They did a certified continuing education program where veterinarians flew in here, stayed at Margaritaville, and then through the American Equine Practitioners, which is called AEP, got board certification, continuing education credits. And then so it brought revenue into the Lake of the Ozarks. It brought all kinds of people from all over the country who hadn't been here before to Lake of the Ozarks. And then those vets came out to our place over 2 days time. And our horses reaped the benefit because they received the state-of-the-art healthcare, where these veterinarians learned how to utilize all these new techniques and these new medications. And even more exciting, the Mars company in California flew in and supplied all the x-ray equipment and the ultrasound equipment for this event. So it was huge and really exciting. And it went so well that they approached us and asked if we could do this twice a year, every year. We're already setting up the next date. Only this next, we're going to do it bigger and bigger and bigger. So we're really excited about, I mean, that helps people, that helps horses, that helps our community, this is so good in so many ways. We're just really excited about it. So the sanctuary I'm trying to get all this really quick. We also have a program that is our 4-H program is very different. We've got a couple 4-H programs here in the community that are fantastic. They're absolutely fantastic. And we're really excited to be working with them in tandem. So the Rockingham Ranch has a great 4-H program, and they attract a different type of rider than our program. Our program's a little bit different. And instead of our program being based on where the kids come and pay money to be part of our program, our kids have to come and work. So there's not a financial cost to the families. The kids have to come and work, and in exchange for the work, then they get their riding lessons. We provide their horses. We take them to the horse shows. We supply the clothes. We supply the tack. We get them to where they need to go. There's no cash outlay other than dues to the state. The kids have to come to work, have to come and learn, and they have to come and get their own. So, which teaches work ethic, which teaches discipline. It teaches all kinds of things that I personally feel like a lot of kids nowadays benefit. It also teaches delayed gratitude. So anyway, that's sort of down and dirty. We've passed out fundraisers. Everything I've said makes it sound like we're rolling in the dough, and we're not. We're still a nonprofit. We struggle for every penny. We exist by donations, sponsorships, getting our horses adopted out. We are a nonprofit that still functions very much month to month as a high cash flow nonprofit. And we have a fundraiser coming up. We have a couple fundraisers coming up, a big family festival. We try to have, this is our busy time of year for family festivals. So we have our fall festivals. We'll have it 2 different days, a Saturday and a Sunday, and it's big fun family events. We have petting zoos, we have pony rides, we have what are they called? Wagon hay rides. And we're gonna have a pumpkin patch out in the back, and we're gonna have that. It's just gonna be super fun, and it's super kid friendly. Everything is completely wholesome. And although we are not faith-based as a nonprofit, we pretty much run like a faith-based nonprofit. All of us are of very strong faith. And what else can I tell you? We have our Christmas fundraisers as well, but our gala is an adult affair where there will be drinks allowed, and it's much more of a dress up, have fun, and it's a more serious fundraiser. What would you like to add, Robbie?
I would just like to say that it's a beautiful place, very calm place. The horses are beautiful. I don't love horses. So just for that. All of it comes from.
Yes, they all have a story. Many of our horses come through the sheriff. Many of our horses come through probate or the legal system, and many of our horses come from a phone call, life's tragic turn. We can't keep them anymore. Can you take them? Some are car wrecks on the highway. You know, it just every one of them is a different story, but they all have stories. We have some backyard horses that have no pedigree, and we have some really incredible high-end show horses that are now with us. And we love them all equally. We don't discriminate in any way, shape, or form. They are all equal. Some are this tall, some are this tall.
It's a way breed there, off a road near Chase golf course, like super close to it. It's worth checking out.
We invite you to come, call. You can come out just with a phone call, and we'll make sure I've got somebody there who can give you a tour, but we. Right now, right now, we're at 201 horses. And then we have peacocks and ducks and guineas and goats and dogs and cats and raccoons. Yeah, yeah, you name it. Just shy of 200. Not enough.
Do you have a capacity? I mean, at what point can you no longer say?
We are right now in a holding pattern where we are working hard now to push fall adoptions for Christmas. So my goal is to get about 40 horses adopted. I feel like our optimum capacity would be about 130 horses, leaving room for 20, 25 in and out, in and out, in and out all the time. I had put in, as soon as I knew Helene was coming ashore, I just had this feeling, I'm from the South, and I just had this feeling this was going to be bad. So I had gone ahead and contacted some rescue places and Humane Society and in Florida, not thinking anything in the further north. I contacted Florida saying we don't have much room, but we could accommodate probably 15 horses if we have to, if you need to ship horses here. Thinking evacuation, not ahead of time, not thinking disaster after time. And since then, I've had a phone calls for 200 horses, like their homes are gone, and I'm heartbroken that I can't say send them all here. We just don't have capacity at all. But so I'm putting calls out to other people on where we can try to find places for these horses.
The adoption process, do you have a fee for the horses?
We do. We have, and that's another thing I need to say. Pride is a dangerous thing. So I've been very reticent to use that word. However, I am proud of what we've done for our horses medically. We now have a resident veterinarian who is an equine fellow. She's not just a 4-year vet who went and got practices and did some continuing ed to do horse work. She is an equine fellow with the American Equine Practitioner. She's new to the area. Her name's Dr. Maddox, Jessie Maddox. She's in Lebanon now. She is incredible, and she is with us. She is our established veterinarian, and she's there every week, and we have a full-time vet tech. And so every horse that comes to us is fully vetted head to toe. So you don't get an animal and maybe not, suddenly you find out it's got some congenital illness. We don't adopt out an animal that we can't give you a complete health certificate to tell you everything going on with it. And we've done full assessments from personality to writing to all of that. We have a process where the horses are, where we vet the people. So the people have to fill out an adoption application. We do background checks on them. We do home visits, make sure where the horses are going to be staying. And then also in our contract, the horses, if for any reason can't be kept, then the horses must come back to us. So once a horse, what I tell people when they're adopting from us, it's kind of like getting married to us. So you're stuck with us for the duration of the horse's life. So let's make sure that this is a really good fit for you. And if the horse doesn't work out for them, then we'll find them a different horse. So we really want this to be, we're not trying to quick unload horses. We are really trying to match the right horse with the right people. Yes, there is an adoption fee. We have to have an adoption fee to cover our cost or we shut our doors down, but it's not, the minimum amount of money we have in a horse at the time we adopt them out is $2,000. So we try to not adopt out anything for less than $1,700. We can absorb the loss of about $300, but that's about as much. And so.
And then you, for those who don't have land, you could pay for.
Oh, we will have and board
a
a
horse there, like that's what we've done.
Yeah, and our board is nominal compared to what most facilities are. Our board is, we don't board to just any horse. We if you adopt from us, you can board there. We have an indoor arena, we have an outdoor arena with lights, we have a round pen that's covered. We really do have a premier facility.
So do people just come out there, pay a fee and get to ride horses, or
Nope.
what do you?
No, for liability reasons, we can't do that now. We have enough horses that come in unknown. And because now we have such a high volume and we have to run it so efficiently with so many things going on. We teach riding lessons. I teach riding lessons every day, and I have a lot of students, and we have a lot of riders at different levels. If people want to come out and see the horses and meet them to consider potentially adopting or to consider come out and taking riding lessons, that's a simple phone call. You call the sanctuary, you get scheduled. And so, yeah, if you want to come out and take riding lessons, but we aren't just we aren't a trail riding place. We aren't a come in and just get a quick ride in one time. We'll recommend those. There are lots of trail riding places here around the lake that offer those services. But if you want to take riding lessons, you bet we can do that for you. And if you want to, and I'm a former international competitor. I represented our country, traveled the world with horses. So I feel very comfortable saying if you want to come to the sanctuary and get some quality lessons, we will provide that for you. But there are also other places locally you can get great riding lessons. So again, Rockin' M Ranch, which is Brittany, it used to be Odell, now Brittany. What is Brittany's last name now? Meets, yeah, great. She has a great program, and I highly recommend her too. So so we teach riding lessons, she teaches riding lessons, and those are the two places I would recommend for riding lessons. I answered your question.
I know working at Home Depot, you have days where we can come in and help.
Oh, we need volunteers all the time. We have a staff. We have to have a staff with 200 horses. We have to have staff of employees to keep the barns clean, the stalls, etc. We utilize, we employ workers from Lake Area Industries, LAI. They are fantastic. They work their rumps off for us, and we love them. And they're always happy and always smiling, and we love them. But that is not enough. We always are needing volunteers, always. And we have a huge volunteer base, and we would not be able to operate without our volunteers like Robbie. And they work in every capacity. And whether it's, we have volunteers who want to come and get really dirty in the stalls, mucking, working hard, doing whatever. We have volunteers who want to come and work in the office areas. We have volunteers that want to come and do what we call grooming and loving, which is just coming out, brushing and loving and interacting with horses. And we welcome those. We need those. Our horses need those. That's not riding. That's brushing, loving. But a lot of that is what many people love. They don't necessarily want to ride, but they want to brush. They want to interact with. They want to lead. They want to go hand graze. Just interact with the horse. Yeah, and it's joy. I mean, it's just complete joy. Yep. Any other questions?